Greetings, everyone. Greetings and welcome. It's been some time now. I've waited. It's been some time. I wanted everything to settle. And I wanted to give my brutally honest thoughts on Final Fantasy Endwalker and why I am not currently super active in it. Now, I will say the game is fantastic. It's a great MMO and it's going strong. The community is great. There's great plans for this MMO. It is going to be a great future for this game, and it's incredible. I love this game. I will continue playing this game. But Endwalker specifically, I was so hyped for it, and it was great, but it didn't blow me away. The story I didn't like, but I do appreciate what the team did with the story, and I appreciate that they worked with what they had this whole time, and they turned this game around. They transformed it into this mega successful MMO, and they tied it up and called it a day. There's great things to come. But Endwalker didn't blow me away compared to A Realm Reborn, Heaven's Ward, Stormblood, Shadowbringers, fantastic expansions, fantastic expansions. Um, so um, my let me just begin. I took some notes, and these are things I've been sitting about on for a while, and I wanted to see if my opinion would change as time went on. So Thavnair was okay. Thavnair was my least favorite place. Um, the design was like uninteresting to me. Like the colors were vibrant, but that was just kind of cool. Um, just a visual thing. The surprise about the dragon leading the people was interesting, and how Estinian noticed it. I thought that was interesting. My favorite part about the game was when we arrived into a ruined Garlemald. This country that we've been fighting for so long, and at this point they were just in ruins, and you really just feel sorry for the people. It was somber and beautiful. It reminded me of reaching Coerthas for the first time, just the snow and everything. The patriotic music that played on the radio, and how people still had hope, but they didn't really know what was going on inside the tower. The music was grand and uplifting, enchanting and ethereal. The snowy, desolate landscape with the tower looming in the distance, that was fantastic. That's why Garlemald is my favorite area. Um, just seeing the ruins, Quinta's down in the train station, the trains used as HQ, that was great. And then when the general killed himself, the blood on the standard, the soldiers were just so hungry and cold, and they just wanted to survive. The moon, oh man, the moon was so disappointing. It was short, it was uninteresting. I expected it to be more fleshed out. I expected them to do kind of like the light side of the moon, dark side of the moon, mysteries. The face on the moon is kind of cool. But I thought it would be bigger. I thought it would be more. Like I literally thought it would be a whole gigantic landmass, but it's just that one side. The space rabbits kind of like that didn't I didn't enjoy that much. Like yeah, they're cute. They're gonna sell. That's great. I get that. But it didn't blow me away. And actually the moon reminded me of that zone in Heaven's Ward with the Mughals. I mean, they just made it all about the rabbits. And another thing is like, we went up to the moon, we casually killed a weak ass Zodiac, and then, well, Fandaniel killed him and just took over. And why didn't he wait? And then we just hung out with the bunnies, killing time until we had to go back. Xenos could have probably just killed everyone on the planet by then. And that was weird to me. I didn't enjoy that. There was nothing from Heidelin, no reaction. We just went to the moon and then came back. The dungeons are cool, I will say. The variety of weather effects and the types of environments, the cold moon, the burning zone, dynamic zones, interesting stuff going on. And then I had a note here in all caps. The questing in Thabnare is a slog. Escort quest carrying boxes, downtime after big event is understandable. Those unskippable main story quest events where you're like literally just looking around and different people come to visit you, it's so incredibly boring and dull. Like they could have made that a little bit more interesting. So basically what I my main thing was that the questing was tedious and uninteresting and the moon was very underwhelming. Yeah, the late game, they wasted the opportunity to use the moon as a large continent. Yeah, I really wanted to see light side of the moon, dark side of the moon, explore it. It just seemed like a small little area, and that's it. Elpis was a great area. The time travel aspect to it, it gave me Chrono Trigger vibes. I thought of Shala, the music. It was interesting to spend time with Emmett Self and have his reactions and like his impatience and just kind of see how he was before he became who he was. That was really cool. Then back to Charlene exploring with the bunnies. They fixed the grapes, but they still looked kind of bad. Um, so yeah, and then like I also wrote here after we kill Hydeleon, we risk all by taking the only means of escaping to another star to go find Medion and kill her. What if we fail? I don't know. It was just some thoughts, you know? It was just some thoughts. And also a minor gripe that I really didn't like was like the mysterious dead city at the end where everything disappeared and Medion was just trying to like talk us down. They just gonna make it a restaurant in the future, you know? So those kind of things, but it's just like just because I personally didn't like the story doesn't mean it's not a great game. It is a fantastic game. I love this game so much. I just didn't enjoy this particular expansion. Obviously I filmed some of my reactions. The thing with Heidelin was really cool. The final days, the sundering, Heidelin's story, just seeing who Heidelin the woman was great. Xenos, I was just kind of over Xenos. Just that whole thing at the end, like riding on his back as a dragon. Um, it just went from 0 to 1 billion. It went from 0 to 1 billion. Medion. Medion was not really that compelling and interesting as a villain, you know? The Asians, who they were, what they aspired to do, how we slowly defeated them one by one. That was fantastic. That's what I really enjoyed. And the story kind of died with them, you know what I mean? However, Emmett left us with some words, you know, what will happen once we, you know, there's still so much of the world to explore. Mericidia, these treasure islands, like all these different places that like we still have yet to go and how beautiful and amazing the world is. Like that was fantastic. Like I really enjoyed that. And man, it just feels so sad to like say goodbye, you know. Um it was amazing. That's why I have kind of mixed feelings about it. You know, I want to love it. I want to love it. And there's great, truly great moments. Like I genuinely cried. Like it was great. And I'm interested to see where the story's gonna go from here. You know, it's a great future for this game. I trust the team. They really just turned this game around, and now maybe they're free to do more original content in the future, you know, now that they're not tied to the past so much. So I know that good things are coming, but the whole point of this video is just to release my thoughts and my raw, just real emotion, how I feel for Endwalker. So I'm kind of on a hiatus right now. And I realized that The most time I spent with the game was for A Realm Reborn. That was the time that I had the most with this game. I still look back at those times fondly. And that's just kind of how I feel. But I will say that the content is amazing. The raids are fun. The dungeons are fun. The gameplay is smooth and silky. I didn't like how they oversimplified the jobs. Everything just seems so generic, like 1, 2, 3 combo now. They removed a lot of what made the jobs interesting, I feel like. I didn't play all of them, obviously. I play Paladin the most. Paladin, Gunbreaker, and White Mage. Those are my main jobs right now. But yeah, those are some thoughts that I have. The story of Endwalker didn't blow me away, but Final Fantasy XIV is an incredible game. That is where I will leave off with that. And please let me know, what did you think? This is just what I think. Do you love the game? Do you play the game? What did you think of the story? And let me know. I'd be very curious. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.